Yo guys, what is up? Hope everybody can hear me loud and clear. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, guys. Yo. Can everybody hear me loud and clear? Okay, fantastic, guys. Fantastic. Good to see you all again. I hope everybody has had a fantastic day so far, and also a fantastic week. Yeah, it's me here on the stream once again. Really glad just to see you all here in today's live. Been a cruel week so far. Not gonna lie, just a quick update on my own trading, guys. I have only taken one position so far this week. It was a pound yen long. It burnt me pretty bad, and even I sometimes just experience these kind of trades where things just really don't go your way in just the slightest bit, and you just get stopped out, you know, by literally one liquidity grab, and then the whole thing reverses on you like a madman. Yeah, the chart looks a little bit more complicated than it should actually be, so don't worry about that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just quickly show you guys the trade that I took, and then after that I'm just going to dive into the rest. So again, yeah, just full transparency here, nothing to hide, and hope you guys enjoy this little breakdown. So I did a GJ long position at, what was it, yesterday, so on Monday. What I pretty much was just viewing was that we were pretty much still with a lot of highs open. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, overall momentum is, despite everything, still just in towards the highs. Now, what I was looking at more specifically, just to explain the long, is what we had here, a nice 4-hour change of character. So we had a bullish change of character over here in towards the upside on the 4-hour time frame. And despite everything, we are still bullish, okay, here on GU. We're still looking for further upside, okay? So we saw this break of the market structure over here, and we had this as your swing low, this is your swing high. Market made a sizable pullback and has continued back in towards the highs. So was interested in those longs. I also know the pound is fundamentally strong against the yen. Again, we had a nice demand zone over here inside these two wicks. So these two wicks caused the market, and let me just adjust the camera slightly, a little bit better for you guys. Yeah, like this. The market did a nice dip in towards the demand zone, caused a 4-hour fractal change in structure, and yeah. My camera has literally died on me. I'll just leave it like this for now. I think you guys can still see me. It's just a little bit zoomed in. Feels a little bit strange. But let me just go back in towards the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour time frame here, a very clear momentum shift. What I was looking at personally was that we wanted to trade with the 1 hour momentum in towards the highs. So again, this is your overall range. So what we see here is that the market pulled back beautifully in towards that 50% mark, and then inside that 50% mark it forms this nice descending price action over here in towards the downside, and then inside that descending price action we can see that breakout in towards the highs. Now from that point onwards, I was interested in getting involved with the longs on the next high break, because I know with these pairs like GJ, EJ, UJ, they don't really need to pull back that much. So what I was at that point looking at was that this was our new area of demand, and then yeah, we take the long and obviously target the higher highs, and then put the stop loss where underneath the lows pretty much, and then yeah, you can see the market just needed one more grab over here to wick me out, and then yeah, completely reverse on me. So yeah, that was my trade of this week so far. Obviously I see a lot of new opportunities coming up very soon, which I have my eyes on. So I'll let you guys know if I see anything else. In the meantime, this camera stand should be fixed. like this. Yeah, perfect. So that's what I was, what I got screwed on. GJ. Yeah, part of the game, obviously. It's my second loss in a row now. So yeah, happens, part of the game, and on to the next one. Market pretty slow this week, not gonna lie. Yeah, it is pretty slow. Okay, guys, so what do you guys want to do now? Do you want to do the watch list, what I'm currently looking at, or would you prefer to just go over the major dollar pairs and see where those are at currently? Let me know what you guys would prefer, because then we'll just go over that and yeah, just do what you guys want to see during this stream. Fabio, can you tell us why the Australian dollar is acting so bullish the whole day today? It's not very strange. I mean, you can very clearly see the overall momentum is potentially shifting, and I mean, very bullish. The market will never just move in one straight push down. There's always just going to be pullbacks. Obviously, after this entire leg down, it's not strange that we're now seeing a pullback in towards supply. So it's not a very strange thing. Can we have major pairs every morning? Yeah, guys, make sure to watch out the daily market outlook. It's on the channel. Aussie CAD, yeah, Aussie CAD is a good one. Aussie CAD is a good one. I'll just quickly go over my watch list for you guys and discuss what we're looking at. No need to spam gold. I will check all pairs now. So starting off with the first one that I have on watch, it is definitely Aussie CAD. So what we're looking at, Aussie Shashak Chakchar, whatever your name is, bro. I'm gonna just have to ban you if you keep on spamming in the chat. It's just bloody annoying for everyone. So guys, before we dive into my watch list, just make sure to leave a like, because we're going to go through it real quick now. Yeah, put those likes in and let's just go over every single trade that we're looking at. So first of all, looking at Aussie CAD, very straightforward analysis here on AUD CAD. If we just quickly dive in towards what we're now seeing. Overall, Aussie CAD on the daily, I would say it is not the best short, because I am looking for a short on Aussie CAD. Overall momentum definitely is flowing in towards the upside, as we can see. Now, when we look at the individual candlesticks, that is where it gets a little bit more interesting for a potential short still. We still have this demand zone open here on the daily time frame, so I have an eye on that daily area of demand before looking for any potential longs once again. So definitely looking and interested in a potential Aussie CAD short. We still have these two equal lows here open, so we have two lows next to one another and they're ascending. So to me, this now means that there is liquidity underneath this low over here. Obviously, Aussie CAD has been reacting to the overall sell before the buy here. But then obviously if you refine it, you would come out and use this zone over here. Now again, we left the low open still over here, so I would prefer one more sell down, then for example another buy up. Going in towards the 4 hour, that is where it gets more interesting. So on the 4 hour time frame, what we are seeing here on AUD CAD is that like this. So what we can see over here is that we saw a momentum shift. So we had the 4 hour uptrend and then we shifted into a bearish market. The market then pulled back up in towards pretty much this old area of supply over here, and then from there it sold off in towards the downside. Now this is where there's still liquidity low open, and what I've now seen and identified is this area of supply. We came in towards that area of supply and we pushed back down. This is not a very strong area of supply, so it's not preferable to go short from inside here. But this, on the other hand, is a more interesting one. Why is that? Because look, this supply zone left a high open. So this for me is a liquidity high. This supply zone would have been much stronger if it grabs liquidity and then sold off in towards the downside. However, this supply zone did in fact do that, because if we look over here, what you see, we saw an initial reaction to the supply zone. Initial sellers get in, then boom, we liquidate. Liquidity high is formed, and then we see a drop down, and this is also known as a sweep zone of supply. Therefore, it is potentially interesting to get involved. Now what I'm looking at is this internal high over here, and if we can take out that internal high, then I think it will be a higher probability sell. So that is what I'm looking for on AUD USD, guys. Yeah, looking for a potential sell-off in towards the downside. There's no liquidity in this overall area of supply. So obviously a lot of people looking at this supply zone and they're going short on this bearish candle over here. Where did they place a stop loss? Stop loss is above the high or above their own high over here. So the initial sellers getting stopped out now. That's why you're also seeing a reaction straight away. Because this is also an area of liquidity over here. So now what I'm looking at is either what will happen, or what I expect to happen is then a push down and then the sell-off, or just this is initial reaction, then it just pushes up again, and then, for example, a higher probability sell comes. So the highest probability sell comes after grabbing this high, as this is just a stronger high than just this little internal high over here. So that's what I'm looking for on AUD CAD. That is on my watch list. For a potential short. Then we also still have AUD USD shorts also on watch, NZD USD shorts also on watch. So what I'm looking at here on AU, obviously momentum is still with us in towards the downside. You can very clearly see that we still have a very clear bearish trend. As long as the 4-hour fractal high here is respected, the market should push down lower. So I'm still interested in looking at those potential sells on NZD USD. So what has happened now is that if you look here at the 1-hour time frame, we had a fractal shift in structure. So this high, even though it's just with literally a pip over here, it broke the fractal high. So now what I'm looking at is that this is my fractal low over here. So the fractal low of this bullish candle gets broken in towards downside. So to me, this now means that this is my fractal high and that this is my fractal low. So what I'm now looking at is a potential sell in towards the downside on NU once we start breaking the lows and then just selling it in towards the downside, in towards a new potential lower low. So that is what I'm looking at on NZD USD. I'll refine my entry on the 15-minute time frame if I do take a short. Going into AUD USD and Euro USD. Euro USD is also a pair that I'm looking at still, but Euro USD it's already gone. You guys know, if you watch my market outlook this morning, this low over here is still open, so I would prefer to see another push down and take out the low. Daily is still bearish, 4 hours still bearish, so nothing yet on longs. It does seem for now like EU is ready to start pushing down lower in towards this swing low over here. Doing NZD USD, we just did that one. AUD USD, guys. AUD USD is also interesting if you just quickly go into the 4-hour and the daily. So first of all, what I just want to show you guys on the daily is that we tapped exactly in towards that refined area of supply over here. So supply got tapped, so an interesting shorting opportunity actually to take some shorts on AUD USD. Go in towards the 4-hour time frame. What do we see over there? On the 4-hour, also this imbalance over here, going towards the 1-hour time frame. Then you see on the 1-hour time frame, it still needs some development. So what I'm now looking at here on the 1-hour is to, first of all, obviously we have this area of supply, is to first of all take out liquidity. So above this high, there's still liquidity. So I would prefer to get something like this, then the bearish reaction, and then get in on a short. So that's what I'm looking for on AUD USD before getting in on any potential selling opportunities. Need some of that. So that is what we're looking for on AU. And then we also have Euro GBP on watch for some potential shorts as well. But it is not yet ready, but it is getting interesting for a potential short from this area of supply. So keep an eye on Euro Pound for potential shorts from over here. So that's on watch. GBP Swiss. GP Swiss not so much. It's a little bit stuck in my opinion. Don't really like it. A lot of equal lows still open. It is breaking structure up higher, but then building up a lot of equal lows. So it could just at one point in time just do something like this. Again, I'm not a big fan of GP Swiss or trading it. I prefer to trade just the major dollar pairs and the yen pairs. So I'm also looking at AUD JPY actually for a potential buy still. So on Aussie yen, what I'm looking at here is that we have demand over here. So this is for now your daily area of demand, which is fighting with supply. So very simple, or very simply said, is that we can very clearly see this demand zone is fighting this area of supply, okay? So they're just fighting in between another, and you can see that it's consolidating in between the two. However, for now, demand is still in control because this demand zone caused a fractal break of structure over here. So we break this fractal high in towards the highs. To me, this now means that this is my fractal high, and that this over here of the bullish candle is my fractal low. So this is now your bullish range. Then what you see is that the market pulled back in towards discount, and discount, guys, is just simply said the 618 fib. So you can see we pull back in towards 618 fib, and then from there we start pushing up again. So I have now got my eyes on a potential further upside. So go into the 4 hour. And then what you see on the 4 hour is that the bullish order flow is starting to form here. So what I like about this is here and is now here. So what I'm now viewing is, again, a nice here downtrend, break up, pull back, break up, pull back, and now I'm looking for the next leg up. So looking at a potential long on Aussie yen with the daily demand zone also being in control. So yeah, maybe one more swipe of, for example, the highs over here, and then maybe, for example, some form of sell-off. This area of supply as well on the daily hasn't been too strong. As you can see, it gave an initial reaction, but then it didn't really see any follow through. Market just came back up again and hasn't really still been able to push back down lower. Therefore, I'm not too confident just yet with taking any shorts. So therefore, still some longs potentially on the table. So keep an eye on that. GBP NZD, I see a lot of people asking for GBP NZD. GBP NZD, I would leave it for now. Thing with GBP NZD is that it doesn't have a clear area of demand, in the sense that, okay, it has demand zone over here, right? It had this demand zone. You can see we came in, we pushed back out again. However, grabs liquidity and then just sells off again. So again, if you see a demand zone and you want to take longs from it, you only really want to trade an area of demand or supply the very first time. So therefore, GBP NZD is just not interesting anymore. It was interesting, but now it's not interesting anymore. So use that information how you like. Gold. Obviously, I know everybody wants to look at what gold is doing. So gold is just still bullish. Like, guys, don't be a dummy and try to sell this. It is just, there's no supply to the left, so nobody can say when it's ready to reverse. Gold is just buying, buying, buying. So it is very ignorant of you to look for a gold sell. So I would only be interested in a gold buy. Now, looking at gold itself here, go into the 1 hour, and then what you see on the 1 hour is pretty much a liquidity grab. So you see, this is what people see as demand, or people see this as demand. Then what happens, stop losses are continuously put above or beneath lows and highs, right? So what you're now just simply seeing is that this is more like a stop hunt, and then from there we reverse back in towards the highs. So again, just a liquidity grab underneath equal lows, which then fuels the next move up. Personally, I'm not really liking any gold longs just yet, because this for me is indeed like a little bit of a small pullback. I would prefer something more like this on here. So I prefer for it to move like one more down, consolidate a little bit more, and then we look for a long. After this entire leg up, like this for me is just not enough to really get involved on. So looking for something of around, as you can see, this was around a week. So from the 11th until the 15th, around 3 days. Including the weekend, 5. So what I'll be looking for again is maybe another day of consolidation, one more push down, and then I would be more interested in looking for a potential long again on gold. So that's what I would be doing, not really interested in getting involved in any positions for now. That is, yeah. That's what I'm looking for. Will it break all-time high? It's been breaking all-time high every single day nearly, so just stick to that. I know a lot of NAS traders as well. Let me know which NAS you want to analyze. Can be any one. NAS 100 if you want. Let's see real quickly what it's doing. I don't personally trade it, but then again, momentum. Let's see what the 4 hour is doing. Momentum is in towards the highs. So with NAS at the moment, it is this demand zone that is in control, and it now passed on its orders into this demand zone over here. So I would be only focused again on longs with NAS. Obviously it's now in between demand and supply, and now you can see it has tapped both zones now twice. So for me it's consolidating. So again, I wouldn't be interested in getting involved. How about GJ? Yeah, GJ is still bullish, and it is now just making a well-deserved pullback after pushing in towards the highs all week. So let's see it dump a little bit more and then potentially get involved with another long. That is what I'll be looking for on GJ. So got my eyes open for a demand zone over here and potentially even a demand zone over here. So let's keep an eye on those areas of demand. Keep an eye as well on the 4 hour. It is now inside 4 hour order flow, but stick to the 1 hour for now on GJ. Just focusing on these two areas of demand as it is still bullish. Euro yen. So what are we seeing on Euro yen? Euro yen, I called longs at the beginning of the week. So if you're inside Discord, make sure to check it out. You can see the full analysis over there. Shared it in market updates when the market was trading at around 162,600. Since then, it's risen nearly 100 pips. So it was a nice potential for you to get in on some longs. Overall, Euro yen at the moment is breaking order flow. So you can very clearly see if we just empty it up a bit and get these two lines as well out of the way, and we draw in the zones, you can very clearly see sell before the buy, then again the overall sell before the buy over here, then again sell before the buy over here, then again sell before the buy over here, and then again sell before the buy over here. So this is order flow representation, guys. And now what you're seeing is that we've wicked below the order flow. So now if we see some sort of a strong candle closure, this could be the supply zone, which is then in control and lead us a little bit more down again before then, for example, heading up higher or down lower. So keep your eyes on that on EJ. For now, it's made its move already this week. So again, not interested in it for now. Until it has made some form of a deeper pullback and the order flow then shifts bullish once again. So what you want to see is then this happen again, and then you can get involved in those longs, because now we need to look for new sell before the buys to get involved on, to get something like this, and then we'll just get in on the overall order flow and long it back in towards the highs. GU. So looking at GPUSD, what are we seeing on that pair? GPUSD is just following order flow down. Again, no longs at all. If you are trying to long GU now, you're just gambling your life away. It is very clearly bearish in towards the downside. As we can very clearly see, supply is in control. This black upper line is your overall order flow. Very simply said, if we just do a naked analysis, this is your demand zone. Demand got broken by this area of supply, and the market has now pulled back in towards that area of supply and sold off again. Now if you view daily fractal structure, you can very clearly see fractal high, and now we have also broken the daily fractal low here on GU. So overall momentum is still in towards the downside. This now means that this is your fractal high, so your change of character high. And if GU is able to break that high, then we can start looking for longs. But until then, just follow the order flow down. So for now, order flow has now shifted in towards this as your buy before the sell. So this is now supply on GU, and we continue to short as long as we stay inside of this green zone and yeah, do not break it. USD yen. USD yen is still a long, guys, still pushing up higher. Been calling longs already since the beginning of the month. Yeah, again, if you shorted this, you're an absolute muppet and you don't know what you're doing, because again, very, very clear. We never in trading, guys, we never in trading try to call tops and bottoms. That is just simply gambling. We always trade with the market, with the momentum. And as you can very clearly see, demand, 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 and then again, guys, demand is in control. So what I'm now just simply waiting for is for us to come back in towards this sell before the buy on your dollar yen, and then I would be interested in getting in longs once again in towards 152, which I've also been calling since the beginning of the month. So again, I would not really be interested in getting in longs here. It is very aggressive. You could, this is your daily fractal demand zone, but this is a much riskier long. So yes, we can shoot up from here, but taking a long inside here is much riskier. Despite the daily fractal being bullish, this is the order flow, okay? So this blue zone is where you want to be going long inside, unless the market just consolidates here and then it goes. But it needs more consolidation. It needs more time to recharge before the next big move. So waiting for the blue zone. And only longs, guys, only longs until we break this lower line over here. That is when it would get interesting for a potential sell once again. In the meantime, guys, we're nearly at 100 likes, so make sure to leave a like on the stream. Then we go into Euro Aussie. I saw a question about Euro AUD for a buy. Yes, it is fundamentally bullish, stronger than it's not a sell. Let's just put it that way. Let's see what the daily is doing. So the only thing I have with Euro AUD, and let me just clean up the chart for you real quick. The only thing I have at the moment is that it seems that there's a little bit of bearish momentum on it. What I do know is that the daily market structure shift here. So we've seen a bullish change of character over here. So this to me now indicates that this over here is your fractal low and that this over here is your fractal high. So what the market is now doing is pulling back into your, let me just get it right. So it's now pulling back in towards discount, as you can very clearly see, in towards the gray zone. So inside there, it is looking good for potential longs. Now go in towards the 4-hour time frame, and you will see that overall momentum is still slightly more bearish. Overall, this is kind of like your entire buy before the sell down. And now again, this is your buy before the sell down. So on Euro Aussie, I'm personally only interested in longs if we see a break of this low and then some sort of momentum shift. We need to see a shift in momentum because for now also, if you look at the daily, you're more inside of this daily block that it is reacting to. EA is bullish fundamentally. So keep an eye on that, but we need to see something change here on Euro Aussie. So let's keep an eye on it. But it is not just looking ready for now, for me personally. This is an old demand zone, but yeah, it's just not ready yet. Don't like it. Oil, we can look at oil. Oil is shifting again, I see. Going into the daily real quick. Yeah, so the daily came back down in towards its demand zone over here. So this is your daily area of demand, and that is what broke the highs in towards the upside. So keeping an eye on this demand zone, then just simply go in towards the 4-hour time frame and then check for some potential longs inside over there. So look for a 4-hour momentum shift now and wait for this supply zone to get broken. That's now what needs to happen on oil before anything of a long, guys. Ends the USD, the order block on the 4-hour time frame. Yes, I don't really know, or I don't really understand why you would want to see it. I think it's pretty clear. All you need to understand at the moment is that this imbalance is in control. But you could also refine it further in towards this buy before the sell, like this, and then just see this imbalance as liquidity. So that's why I mentioned earlier in this stream that I want to see a double break. So I want to see another break in towards the downside before looking for anything of a short, because otherwise it just could continue up higher again. And then maybe if we get a bearish confirmation inside that upper supply zone, maybe then will I look for a short again. So yeah, that is NZD USD. Euro USD is still just a sell, as easy as that. What's your next trade most likely going to be? I don't know. It really depends on how the market is shaping. Maybe it's going to be dollar yen, but it needs a pullback still. Maybe euro yen, but it needs a deeper pullback still. Maybe GJ even. Let's see what pound yen is doing. Sorry guys, received a phone call. Looking here at GJ is still a buy, and let's just quickly look here at the 4 hour, 1 hour. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour time frame, what are we looking at? Still lower levels, in my opinion, would be the best for any potential longs on GJ. Very simply said. Looking at the 2 hour, yeah, nothing really too clear. Needs a deeper pullback still. DXY analysis, yeah. So looking at the dollar index, guys, the dollar index is still just pushing. Again, what is it doing? It is just following the daily order flow, man. Overall, if we just draw it, let's say from wick to wick, you can again see if we take the entire sell before the buy into account, the entire sell for the buy, we wick in and then we just push straight back out again. The dollar is still super bullish, guys, and we do not want to fight it. So yes, again, we are inside supply. Let me just quickly go back in towards that daily supply level. We are in supply, but as you can very clearly see, there's just no bearish momentum. So why in the name of everything would I start selling inside here if there's no bearish momentum coming in? Yes, supply zones are here to be shorted from, and we do want to look to short from an area of supply. But before shorting from an area of supply, we need to validate that area of supply, and an area of supply is validated by a change of character. So simply a market structure shift. So we need a market structure shift. And as you can see, what I mentioned yesterday in the market outlook, if you didn't watch it yet, this was just a liquidity grab to fuel the next move up. So again, yes, we did see a fractal break of structure, but you need to be smart. This is very clearly just a liquidity grab and then a fuel move up. And now, yeah, again, entire sell for the buy, still demand. We tap in and then we just push straight back out again. So no bearish momentum at all on the dollar index. So still just expecting, yeah, a next leg up. And there's nothing here on the 104 just yet, which is stopping it. So until we see bearish momentum kick in, the dollar is just still a very clear buy. GP Swiss is nothing, already discussed it, not interesting. Yes, you could look for a sell, but it is like these kind of pairs I just don't like when this happens. We want to get in on a trending market. We want to get in when the market is doing this. But when the market is doing this and this, then you're just gambling. That's the problem. So this and this is what you want to avoid, and this is what you want to be trading. So yeah, waiting to get involved until we see some clean movements again. Because let's say it does continue down lower, then just get in on the momentum, guys, because you can still, let's say, short it all the way back down into towards 1.07. You don't need to get in here. So wait. Gold, we already did gold. It's only a buy. When you see a chalk on the 4 hour, do you drop down to the 15 minute to refine your zone? Yeah, sure. You can do that. Yep. CAD red folder news this week. Yeah, we have CAD red folder news. So let's see. I think that's tomorrow. Yeah, Aussie CAD we already discussed. Aussie CAD is a nice short and looking for a short once we push up slightly higher. looking at it from the 4-hour and the 1-hour perspective. Euro USD is still sell, guys. No need to go over that again. Otherwise, watch this morning's video back. But yeah, Aussie CAD looking for a sell after grabbing liquidity above this high, or if we see bearish momentum kick in, I will get in on the order flow. AUD Swiss, did we already discuss that? Not yet. Yeah, AUD Swiss is also a potential sell. The only thing I have with AUD Swiss is that it's missing some clean structure. Here, change of character again, bullish in towards the highs. Maybe from this supply zone we can start looking for a sell-off, but from here it's just not ready yet. There's nothing to the left. Yes, we have this old area of supply, but then again I would prefer one more push up and then see the 1-hour momentum shift and then get in on the downtrend. Again, I could be wrong. If it does start selling off, then I'll just check the order flow, but it needs to break this high first, then we form a low, and then we break the low, and then we get in on the bearish momentum. USD CAD, it's waiting for the CAD news, so I am waiting as well for that. Let's see. If USD CAD starts dropping again, we'll have more than enough opportunity to get in. As you can see, this entire move obviously can be mirrored. But so what I'll be waiting for, simply said, is just an order flow break here, and this is your daily low. So now we just simply wait for the daily order flow shift, and then we get in on the shorts. So now just waiting for an order flow shift. Hey DVD, I'm doing good, man, thanks so much. Guys, meantime, do not forget to leave a like. How to achieve calmness in trading like you is just know your numbers. So just know how many wins and how many losses you can take, and then just accept the random outcome of positions. So for now, for example, I've taken 2 losses in a row. Am I stressing about it? No, because I know that my strategy has whatever percentage, like a 90 or 97% chance I'm going to have 3 losses in a row, for example. So there's an even higher probability that I'm going to get another loss in a row, for example. So I just know that if I take every single position, that eventually I will 100% win. So yeah, USD CAD waiting for the low break here on the black line. How long are you in the market for? Around 5 to 6 years. Aussie or USD Swiss, USD Swiss waiting, guys. Bullish momentum is still too strong. Again, a lot of people trying to sell this, but it's been bullish all the way. I was expecting maybe a sell-off after like this accumulation, then maybe manipulation, distribution in towards the downside. However, very clearly bullish break, bullish break, bullish break, and now we're just trading in between highs and this low. So it is still just simply bullish with this demand zone in control on the daily. So it just could continue higher despite there being an area of supply here. So we need to see a daily order flow shift. So we need to break the low of that bearish doji candle, and then you can get in on a short. Otherwise, there is nothing, guys. Yes, Euro USD is about to sweep the equal lows. So let's see if Euro USD can indeed push down lower. It does look like it indeed. Makes a lot of sense that it's pushing down lower at least. So yeah, I think it just grabbed the liquidity underneath the low. Does look like it. So yeah, there is, I think, speech in the afternoon. So let's see what that does to the markets. Very curious to see what the outcome of that will be, and if we can finally see a pullback on Euro USD. Obviously, I would love to see a pullback as well, but it is just super clear. The supply zone is in control. I mentioned this morning also in the market outlook. This is the supply zone. This is your fractal high. Only if we break the fractal high, then can we look for long. Otherwise, it will just continue short. Gold we already discussed. BTC, not gonna waste too much time on that. I haven't watched it. It's just not too interesting at the moment. Do you identify fractal low and high after mitigation of supply demand or before identifying? First of all, you identify your area of supply demand, and you find an area of interest, and then you identify your fractal structure. Because fractal structure, again guys, important for everyone to understand, fractal structure happens everywhere, but it is about where you trade in the market and when you position yourself. It's not about what happens or what fractal structure is there, because again, fractal structure, like literally if you go in towards the 15-minute time frame, you'll see fractal structure change all the time. Like for example, over here, you see it everywhere, but it is all about then understanding that, hey, instead of looking for fractal structure inside this green box, look for fractal structure inside a higher time frame area of supply, which is stacked with a 4-hour area of supply. Because the fractal structure, which then flips bearish inside there, that is then going to be high probability for a potential short. Just randomly looking for fractal structure everywhere and then saying, hey, this is going to be short or long, that is just the wrong approach. But I'll be making some more videos on that, so make sure to join Discord, and yeah, that's where we pretty much discuss everything, guys, when it comes to fractal structure and identifying yeah, the setups that we love taking. What is entity USD doing? Should also be dumping, right? Yeah, so NU is now just consolidating, so waiting still. AUD USD is also waiting. Let's see what happens. I would have already expected to see some movement, but it is still extremely slow. Let's see. Let us see. Let's see. What websites or channels do you prefer for Forex news? Forex Fundamentals is a platform that we're going to be launching, so make sure to join the Discord, link in the description down below of this video. But for the rest, just Forex Factory. Forex Factory for everything, pretty much. Fabio, tell us a bit about your story of becoming a trader. If more people would be interested in that, let me know. Maybe we can talk about that. I see red folder news on EU in my FX book. Yeah, my FX book always has a little bit more of data when it comes to news. So yeah, always check my FX book, by the way, as well. That's always a very good news indicator. Or with when it comes to news announcements, it shows everything. Would you enter a short on Euro USD? I would not enter a short on Euro USD, just because it is already gone. Like if you wanted to short Euro USD, you should have been looking at it yesterday, which is what, Monday. So Monday, New York session, that is when you had prime time to look for a short. Again, 4-hour came in towards premium, 50-minute is bearish. We come in towards this supply zone. Then what do you see if you zoom in? So London session opens here on the green zone. We see kind of some slow price action still. This is the optimal area of supply. London session high is your liquidity high. Then what happens? We see a push down. We see the change of character here. Then we see another change of character here, so a double low break, and then on the low break over here you could have gotten involved with nice safe stop above the highs, targeting the new lower low here for a 1 to 3 yeah, risk to reward. So that was the trading that was the trade that you should have taken this week if you were to trade Euro USD. Fabio, do you have a mentorship program? If you are genuinely interested in understanding my mechanical trading strategy, receiving every single trade that I take, yeah, check out this website. That will be for you. Was there ever a time you almost gave up, and how do you keep pushing those times? Obviously, there were a lot of times that I almost gave up. The biggest problem that I faced back in my days was that I just simply didn't know or understand what I was doing. But luckily for you guys, like I explain here every single day, the exact strategy that I use, and as you can see, it works pretty well. So use that to your advantage, because the biggest reason why you're probably feeling lost is because you don't have a strategy that works. You're changing strategy all the time, or you simply just have the feeling that the strategy that you are using is based on nothing. But when you use a strategy like this, which is mechanical with the fractal structure, and you know when to look for a trade, at what time, that will just really change the game. Will you post updated strategy videos? Yes, inside my mentorship there is updated strategy videos. Please suggest YouTube channels other than yourself where I might get a little insight on your strategy. Personally, I don't think you should look at any other YouTube videos. Join Discord. That is where all the alpha or all the best information is, guys. Congrats, Carl. Nice trade that was. I would love to analyze the chart like you. OG, those skills are priceless. Thank you so much. Join Discord, guys. That is where literally everybody's just trading with each other. Of course, Michael, glad you enjoyed the USD CAD analysis. What's the main trade you're looking at the moment, and can you explain if you're going short or long and why you're doing it? The main trade I'm looking at is Aussie CAD, which I already explained in this stream, and then Aussie dollar and Kiwi dollar, but they both need a lot of development still. Very simple. They're both bearish, but I'm just simply waiting for the highs to get taken out. Okay, so again, just waiting for either the highs one more time to get swept and then the bearish momentum to continue, or as we can see here on NZD USD, we already have a bearish fractal break on the 1 hour. I'm now just waiting for another fractal break to trade with momentum down lower. So that's just what I'm looking for on NZD USD. Nitish, I'm doing good, man. Thank you so much. How do you manage your lot size? I use MyFXbook calculator or Stinu, the app for on your phone. Do you normally use buy stops for that Euro USD example? Yes, I use a sell stop for the example on EU that I just showed you. Thank you for the great content. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate that. EU low is broken. Yeah, the Euro USD low has been broken, guys. Very nice to see. Again, trend continuing in towards the downside. So yeah, we all know what we're looking for at the moment, guys. The daily fractal high has now shifted, which is a very good thing, because now the daily fractal high, instead of all the way up here, is now very close near us over here. So again, only shorts are still on the table. We expect further downside push as long as supply is in control. Obviously, this demand zone is where we are at now, and we would love to see a long from this demand zone, but we need to see momentum shift. So if this demand zone can cause a daily fractal break, yes, then we can get a long, otherwise continue shorting. Just joined in Aussie yen. Aussie yen, potential longs on the table. I'm only interested in a potential long on this. No shorts on Aussie yen for now. Following the daily order flow up higher, keeping an eye on this. GJ needs a deeper pullback people. It needs to push down lower. Answer this. How many girlfriends you got, Fabio? I have one, and I'm very blessed and happy. Dow Jones. I don't trade Dow Jones, to be honest, but we can look at US 30. US 30 is looking interesting, to be honest. USD 30 is in a nice demand zone, guys. It is in a nice demand zone. It's also in daily demand. Again, indexes, I never look for short. But look, it is inside this daily demand zone, going towards the 4-hour time frame. Then you'll also see that it's in a demand zone over here. Then go in towards the 1-hour time frame. And then on the 1 hour, you will also see it's in demand. So now to confirm that this is a valid area of demand, excuse me, we need to see a break of the highs. So we need bullish momentum, and then we look for longs, but we need to break the fractal high. GJ move incoming. Yeah, I'm still looking for some further downside before getting involved in any longs, potentially from this demand zone or this demand zone. Will there ever be a sale on the Trading Academy? No. Aussie Swiss. What is Aussie Swiss doing? Aussie Swiss just failed to break the highs and grab the liquidity. I'm waiting on Aussie Swiss for a potential short. Need one more impulse up, and then we look for the shorts. We need to take out this high, which was formed this morning at 7 a.m. Do you take trades live? Yes, I take all my trades live. They're all inside Discord, Bogak. All inside Discord. Do you think Euro USD will reverse and start going long? I don't think. I just act on what I see. So I'm waiting for Euro USD, and I'm waiting for it to show us bullish momentum. So until I see bullish momentum, there's only bearish momentum for now. So it is only a sell. There's no buy yet. Only if we break the daily fractal high will we get involved with a long. Otherwise, just continue shorting. So if it happens, then we long. If it doesn't happen, we just continuously go shorts. Euro yen is about to take out the London low. Fantastic news. That is very, very good. We need it to pull back deeper. Euro yen needs to push down lower before looking for any new longs. So that's a good thing. Tabo, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that comment. That really means a lot. A lot of time goes into all the videos. Do you look at US government bonds when trading USD pairs? Yeah, I take all the fundamental analysis into account. So we look at everything from the government bonds to money flow to inflation rates, employment numbers, everything. That's why I already have a bullish fundamental bias on the dollar, for example. Euro yen, you can see the drawing on my chart. What I'm looking for. Do you use the 1 minute time frame? No, I have a life, so I don't trade lower than the 15. Gold is just only buys, guys. Don't sell it. It is consolidating. It needs more time before I would get involved. I would just prefer something like this, and then we look for a long again. It needs more time to develop. For me, it's not ready. Yeah, I think those are most questions, guys. Let me see. Just checking my other watch list as well, my other screen, if I missed anything. Guys, we need 17 more likes for the 200 likes. That would be meaning a lot. Just leave a like, please. Greetings, watching from somewhere in Central Africa. Sending a lot of love, Tiv. Hope you are doing well and that you are safe. We have a beginner trading program. It's all free. It's inside Discord. All the links are there to learn how to trade. Do you trade on a live account or on a prop firm? I trade both. I released YouTube videos explaining and showing exactly how we passed over $500,000 in funded capital. So you can see how I did it in full transparency, calling every single trade live. Just go into the channel and check out those videos. Fundamental analysis video on Discord next week or this week. Maybe next week we can drop a fundamental analysis video. GPUSD has already been moving. It's already moved today. It's already made its move. I would more focus on NZD-USD and AUD-USD. So focus on those pairs. Those pairs have still got room to move. Because I'm not looking for any longs on GU because it is bearish for now. So I'm not interested in getting on any longs. So yeah, obviously here it is interesting to trade. Here it is not interesting to trade. And we're only looking for shorts because for now it's bearish. Aussie dollar, whereas Aussie dollar trading, it is trading here. And it still has room to move here. So Aussie dollar is interesting, but it needs a bearish confirmation. So look at AU and look at NU. Thanks, DVD, means a lot. Guys, do like He's Real OG. Thank you so much, Hassan. Yeah, you can watch back my very first video on this channel. It's from 4 or 5 years ago, so you can really see how long we've been trading for. It's not like we just started doing this yesterday. 1 minute is too stressful. I agree. Thank you for the appreciation. Let's see, thanks. I know some guys that are damn good at it, but I also think they're going to die of stress before 40. I agree. Fabio, one thing I realize is that once price gets into POI, people tend to pull the trigger without a shock and they end up being trapped. People need to chill and wait for confirmation first. Yeah, 100%, man. Guys, what you need to understand is that that is just the case, because yes, you can indeed otherwise get burnt so many times, like has been happening here on Euro USD. If you go in towards the 4-hour time frame, you can see the amount of times that we saw a bullish candle closure. A lot of people have been burnt on longs, man. I know people who went long here, then I know people who went long here, I know people who went long over here. Like, every single time they see a bullish candle, they think, now is my time. Now is my time. They see demand, they see an overextended move. But who says, like, already when the market was over here, it was overextended. At least it felt like it was overextended. And you can see it just can continue lower and lower. So you just need to wait, guys. You need to wait. So just follow the market down with the order flow. And the order flow is still bearish. How many hours you analyze or trade a day? To be honest, it differs. Sometimes I'm just behind my chart all day long, but in essence I just need around let's say 45 minutes, and then I just know for the rest of the day what I'm looking at. Do you mark your chart like this all the time, or do you have a setup to get the setup mark on the charts? No, it's just always like this. Like your USD, you can see I have another chart as well. I think it's on this one. Let me see. If we go in towards the 4-hour time frame, this is pretty cool. Just to show you guys what I've been working on. Let's see if it is in here indeed. I hope it is. And it is not. So this is the wrong one. Then it has to be on this one. Because what I want to show you guys is that how far back you can go in the time. Let's see. I'm afraid that I lost. I know this is gold. It should be on EU 4-hour. Yeah, look. So you can see I have marked up all the structure here. Oh. You see? All the way back. So this is how you test, guys. This is how you learn, by applying these concepts day in, day out, and then understanding how market reacts to what levels. And now obviously I'm marking it out in a different layout. Will Rodger be making videos? Yeah, sure, man. Buy gold now. Peter, big shout out to you, man. Guys, big shout out to Peter, man. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. He's the only guy who knows how to trade gold, guys. So if you want to learn how to trade gold, Peter, maybe you can drop your Instagram link. When Rodger analysis video coming out, he will just maybe send it inside Discord, guys. So make sure to join Discord. Make sure to join the Discord, guys. Guys, that is it pretty much for today. Been an hour again. Hope you guys were able to gain some value from it all. No real major updates. Furthermore, you guys know what I'm waiting for. AU, NU. I will drop updates inside Discord if I see anything interesting. So again, thanks for joining, guys. Everything is going to be inside Discord, so make sure to join over there, and I'll see you guys in there. I'll also let you know if AUD CAD is ready. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Wish you all a fantastic trading day, and we will speak very, very soon. Thanks.